Hello everyone and welcome to Mordheim Madness Season 1 and the second game of Group D. We'll be looking at Markuskein versus Crowley. We see that Markuskein is playing as the Skaven, which will be new for him. And we applaud that. It's also going to be really interesting to see what Markuskein can do with the Skaven, a warband that he's unfamiliar with. Crowley, meanwhile, has played the Cult of Possessed before and did pretty well for himself. He went to the playoffs in his first tournament. We'll see how he can do here. We see that we have the Middle Bridge, which is a close and pretty fast-paced map. In one of the deployments on Middle Bridge, you start with almost every single... Yeah, you do start with every single unit engaged already. We'll see if they have prepared for that. Both of these players enter the tournament with this particular game, and... we are actually in a little bit of a hurry with this presentation, so yes, let's jump into the game and hope that it will be a fun game to watch for everyone. Good luck to both players. Alright, here we go. Rumble on the river. Both warbands divided into smaller groups, posturing to find an advantage over the enemy. This means 3 groups divided up, and 1 group of each team is going to end up in the tunnels. We saw that the rating were pretty similar between these two, as well as the morale here. Markuskein having a slight morale with 222, Crowley going in at 194. We're watching this game from Crowley's perspective. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do here. He is the lone hope for the Cult of the Possessed, if you can say that, in this tournament. You can see here right away that Crowley is starting with the Magister, 5 Dark Souls and 2 Globadiers. And yes, look at that initiative. That's perfectly ranked up. He's really done his lesson on how to make a great PvP warband. And it's going to be really cool to see this warband in action. Markuskein gets to move with 1 unit before almost the entire team of Crowley gets to move. And he has really prepared this. See a Doomweaver coming in just slightly afterwards. What is the last hero for Crowley? Another Doomweaver, alright. I like this. So 3 groups for both teams. Might favor the Skaven a little bit here, but because of their movement, but considering the actual initiative here for Markuskein, he might be in a little bit trouble. This is an initiative map and you might find yourself losing 1 guy before you actually get to move, and the initiative here does seem to hint at lots of heavy armor for Markuskein. One thing that's good for Markuskein is he's just slightly below Crowley, which means that a single Crimson Shade or switching of the weapons will put his initiative higher up, and then he could eventually, or well, he could actually get 2 rounds of attacks against a single unit in a row. And that's going to be a really powerful move that he could pull off. Seeing the assassin leader here, so we do know it's an assassin leader, and it's someone that is pretty high up in the initiative ladder as well. Might be a big of a melee fest this. 5 Dark Souls, all very tanky, coupled with, you see the 534s here, that's heavy armor warp guards, definitely. 5 heavy armor warp guards, extremely tanky units. So it's the same here with both teams. It's about protecting the heroes and doing damage to them. See a Doomweaver here for Markuskein as well as a Black Skaven, figuring out where he wants to place that. I think that could be a really poor choice here, especially the Doomweaver You see the two Globadiers, if they are ranged, they could probably shoot down the Doomweaver or the Black Skaven here before he gets the move, and that Dark Soul is perfectly positioned to block the path on the bridge. See two more Black Skaven. Yeah, we already knew it's gonna be five Warp Guards here. I would be very surprised otherwise. Might we see a double Doomweaver from Markuskein as well? It would have been really cool if that's the case. No, a Globadier. Alright. But still a little bit of a mirror matchup. Some of the units are the same. Guess the move with this unit first could probably pull off a few poison hits. Could block off here with a poison cloud as well. Inching ever closer. It's a nice fast-paced map, this one, and I'm missing his first shot. We saw that with Talon against Dig, and it can be over pretty quickly. Wow, a stun right away with an open wounds effect. See, he had 11% to do that and just narrowly hit that threshold. 3 shots fired, at least one more. Another critical hit is going to be really good. Negan is not going to hit much this game with minus 20% hit chance, unless he has a poultice available to him, which few people actually use as a consumable. It's going to be interesting to see how Markuskein acts in this game, as he has expressed views that he is worried about a short time here. 90 seconds, I think, and most players seem to think that it's very adequate enough, but Markuskein is having a bit of trouble, and he's usually a slow player, but that's with Undead, and I'm really excited to see what he can do with his Skaven here. Remember that Markuskein deserves all kinds of respect because he has gone pretty far in both the tournaments he played in with a non-maximized Undead warband. A final and a quarter-final, and I think that's pretty strong. And this is the first time he gets to play with a fully powerful, fully maximized warband, and I think that he can do pretty well for himself. I don't know why you use Weapon of Destruction on him, but could we see a debuff spell instead? No, another Weapon of Destruction. Third one. So these Dark Souls can do quite a bit of damage. See an acid breath available. Is that a good position to leave yourself exposing? That's the thing. Alright, let's see what this Dark Soul can do. Can he actually reach the Globadier maybe? It's possible. It's definitely possible. You can just go up the stairs here. And then the second pair of stairs should be nearby. Yeah, you can definitely reach some targets, but if you go up there you can reach the Globadier. Maybe he wants to do that with another of the Dark Souls. You can see that the Warp Guards here are extremely tanky from Markuskein. He likes to play with henchmen that are extremely tanky. He liked his heavy armored zombies, and he seems to love doing the same thing with the Warp Guards. In the last tournament he did switch out a few of his zombies to get Warp Guards done exactly like this. So it's really a favorite thing for him. You see that even with the Weapon of Destruction it's not doing too much damage here. Okay. And what is the... Could probably go up the stairs here and might be able to pull off a charge. We're focusing down on one henchman. Could go after the Doomweaver here. Very difficult to hit this guy. Saw that right away. Might have been better not to actually attack in this position. Remember, he does have a dodge as well, yeah. If you're locking your enemy down like this, and if you expect him to do some melee attacks, you can just stay with the red pels and do counter attacks when he attacks you. Half dead Negan, probably going to be the supporting cast here against. Yeah, doesn't quite make it. It was a bit of a shame. You see that they have helmets, these warp guards, which means that they are probably pretty weak against all alone. You can use meditation here maybe and get in there anyway. Can you do that? So he had meditation. Bit indecisive. The seconds are ticking away. I don't think you can actually make it anyway. Might be narrowly. Let's see. Yeah, you can make it. You can make it. You can. All right. Why do that? Maybe to avoid the gaze of the Globadier. Well, you had order available. Why didn't you use it? Yeah, when you use delay, you still pick up on where you left off with the timer, and he was really short on time there, so another delay is not gonna do him any good. The enemy warbands should be somewhere to the left of these tunnels. That's where they spawn. But if you go straight ahead here and to the left, you will get up. And the meditation is going to serve him well here. If you can get up his team there before Markuskein gets up his team, you can start doing some quite a bit of damage as you outnumber the foe briefly. Oh, this is a really good thing. Make sure he moves. Yeah, that's a perfect spot. Blocking the retreat with over there, doing a bit of damage on him as well. Very, very nice here for Crowley. Very good start for Crowley. So what you get with the initiative here, you might see what Markuskein does as soon as it's his turn, but if he uses a Crimson Shade or something, he can get 2 rounds of attacks off straight away, and you can move quite a bit of distance with that, and you can do quite a bit of damage with that. You're gonna see one of the units probably going down here from combined attacks. Monty Python name. What is he going to... I wouldn't attack the one in melee already. There should be a Doomweaver nearby now. Can't you target that guy? Yeah, you had the chance to really hurt the lots of wounds on that Black Skaven, and they didn't go for that. Why not? Yeah, we see that the Doomweaver is actually down here, but... Wow, that's a good hit. That could actually prompt the other Globadier to focus fire on the stunned Globadier here. Remember that stunned units are much easier to hit. You get plus 20% hit chance against them, and you also get plus 20% critical hit chance against them. Doing more damage, hitting much more easily. Just use, come on, 5, 4, 3. There you go, order. Good. Managed it. Slightly bit more damage. Why? We only have a few seconds. Oh, didn't even get to use it. Yeah, this is a good... No, not with handshot. Yes, you're combining the two, but... You can stack the handshots with each other, but just do normal attacks here. Just focus on the damage. Doing damage. Do the damage. It's better to do 3 attacks than doing 2 vital shots. And Crowley has put off his log, so we don't actually see the rolls here. A bit unfortunate. I'm gonna send him a message live here and see if he does anything about that. Especially when it's not his turn, he could definitely have a bit of time and do something about it. Both of the Globadiers locking themselves in here. Remember that the Skaven can get quite a big movement boost, and if he's not careful he might see... this could be a... yeah, he might still be reached from that point and can't disengage. Very indecisive. I think he's trying to put himself in a situation where he can disengage, and he might be able to. That spot. Well, this could be a wise expenditure of blue pills, just getting up there a bit faster than your opponent. It's good that he puts himself on the side as well, so that his Dark Souls can run past him if they need to. Other way around. Doing the same way, probably going to use exhaustion as well. Wow, there's a lot of damage. I think the Dark Soul can run past that. So now it's Markuskein's real first turn. Let's see what he does here. Should be very wary with Crimson Shades and all of those kind of shenanigans. And don't forget that the two Globadiers could be in deep trouble here. Can definitely be reached with a Skaven, especially if they use exhaustion. We don't see the assassin moving yet. More than half the time has passed. What is he up to? Marcus have had a lot of time to think of his first turn here, as all of the units of Crowley have moved. We should have been able to do something a bit better than that. Crowley finally reacted here and brought up the log. Hopefully can bring down the log a bit too, so that we actually see the latest results. I think we might... it goes down there automatically as soon as things start happening. So what will this Doomweaver do here? He's caught. Can he disengage from that? Does he want to disengage? He's quite heavy melee resistance here, and the helmet indicates that he might want to start causing a lot of stuns. But since that seems to be the same tactic with Crowley, so that he had two Doomweavers as well, plus the Magister, which had a Vision of Torment, which is the stun spell. So it could be very resistant towards stuns. Satiric Focus and Burning Blood is the choice here. Overload, losing the remaining red pills. Well, it was good that he used them then. Not so good for Def Unkimo. He's less satisfied about that. Straight into the trap. You see, Crowley is not really using the minimap. He can be excused for that now because it's a very close map anyway. But usually you want to be on the minimap to see traps and everything. Wow, yeah. Could trap the Magister. If he goes up by the stairs, he could trap one of the Globadiers, whichever he wants. He just goes into the Dark Soul that's pretty injured. Might cost a first kill. But this Dark Soul does not have any red pills left, which means that canceling the weapon destruction on him was kind of useless. See a miss here. I probably won't die from this. And another miss. Serves him right for the poorly chosen Monty Python name. Wow, 3 misses. Definitely not average rolls here. If he had 3 hits and 2 misses, that would have been very average. Now instead he had 2 hits and 3 misses. See, just a regular exhaustion. You should always try and master exhaustion on your heroes. Like, it costs more skill points, yes, but you don't take any more wounds. Unlike Adrenaline Rush. Adrenaline Rush does cost you 30 wounds for the basic one, 60 wounds for the mastered one. But exhaustion, it just gains power if you master it. You still cost 30 wounds no matter what basic or master, but you get plus 3 blue pills with the mastered one and plus 1 with the normal. Locking down the Magister here, cannot disengage from that bridge. See Black Hunger being triggered. Very good ability. Gonna start doing a bit of damage. It'll be interesting to see what the warp guards can do to lock down units. And remember that there are at least 3 of them underground in the tunnels. And they do come up relatively close to this area actually. Right beneath here there is a... right beneath where these 2 characters are standing there is a staircase down, and that's where they come up. These warp guards. You might see them come up on the first turn actually. Under Adrenaline Rush. A little bit of damage. Yeah, this Magister, he's almost dead. He is almost dead. He needs to do something to survive. I think the key part here is going to be the Globadiers. You need to start doing a bit of damage. Team up. And one of the Dark Souls with a web of steel on them could tie down that Black Skaven. Or both of these Black Skaven and hold them in place for quite a long time, allowing the Globadiers to start doing their work. Don't quite make it just yet. Gonna see the units that are underground now. See if they accidentally run into the double Doom Weavers there of Crowley. Not much in the way here. We do know that whoever wins here is gonna go up against Slanemore, because we had that game played yesterday, and whoever loses here is gonna go up against Solfair in Group D. Last warp card to move. And turn 1. It's been a quite eventful turn 1. It's always like this. You can always get into combat in turn 1 on this map, no matter the deployment that you get. And we've definitely seen that here. We're gonna see how Crowley responds. Remember that it's the hurt Globadier of Markuskein that gets to move first.
A new round has started.
Poison Cloud, I imagine. It's always a go-to choice. Ah, I can actually disengage! Wow! That's big for this Globadier. That's pretty big. I bet Crowley and I too thought he was definitely trapped there. But no, he found a way to weasel himself out. See both the Globadiers here, the enemy Globadiers. It's a little bit of a gathering here. Why did you desert us, brother? Yeah. Remember that he's still under double hand shots here. That's minus 30% hit chance. Not having too much luck here, and if he's gonna stay in that position, he can definitely be locked down by the Dark Soul. He probably doesn't want that. 20 seconds left to do anything. Only shot twice. Taking a bit of extra damage here. Oh, he's running out of time now. I think this is foolish. This is really foolish. You're running out of time. And you still have two red pills left. What are you gonna do with them? Nothing. I actually forgot about that. That was an interesting twist. So we have the first kill going down here for Markuskein. Very nice for him. Probably wise to use meditation here. Finally get up. This. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be really annoying. He's not actually in combat for some reason. It seems to have. Do you want to go into combat in that point? That warp guard is blocking the entire path up. And you need to throw the bomb in such a way that you can get past it yourself without injuring all of your guys if you eventually get through this unit. I will just step back here. No, you can't. Too bad. Gonna see the Globadier here being stuck against the wall now, and now he definitely cannot escape. Could actually kill him here with another adrenaline rush. Yeah, if he does adrenaline rush now and hits, he's gonna kill off the Globadier, making the score 1-1. Ah, it's so unlucky! Unlucky for Crowley. Really unlucky for Crowley. One of the Globadiers is gonna go and shoot him and finish him off, but he took 30 damage for that. I see some counterattacks. I hope we don't desync now. Don't adrenaline rush. Oh. Doesn't he have another weapon steal? Yeah, he does. It was very inefficient by Crowley. Very inefficient by Crowley. Like, yeah, but you know that he's not gonna attack you normally, so you need to do damage to him. He's not gonna attack with a normal attack. He's gonna do the burning bloods and stuff like that. I think the oil bomb is a good choice, actually. Yeah. No. You can probably hit the Black Skaven and the Warp Guard if you aim it a little bit more to the left. Not gonna do that. But it would be nice to actually start doing damage on the Doomweaver because he's so difficult to hit. And that means you want to do damage on the ones that are easy to do damage to. See that Negan has attracting lure available to him. Could be a decent choice. Miss. This particular Black Skaven doesn't have a pendant. He has a helmet on him, so he might not have. Depends on what kind of leadership he has when it comes to. Gambling on the 69%. Not making it this time either. Didn't want to use a name. He's cheap and it cost him. Now we see an equalizer here. But this Globadier needs to go somewhere where he can do some serious hurt. Yeah, why not? Have you looked up the critical hit resistance before you throw down a massive vital shots? That's the thing. And I don't see Crowley doing that. And he needs to be careful about being in this particular area because the loss of warp guards underneath here. Half time have passed. What will he do? You have 2 shots to fire, come on. I mean, I'm afraid he's gonna see. Yeah, while a nice idea, it's even if we would have managed to critical hit him, he would still not. Yeah, and then you're gonna go back up and take the damage again. Aren't you? 9 seconds. Yep. Wow, 3 times burn damage. And you know, if you can go this path, then the warp guards can go that path. They can go up and catch you. I think that Crowley is focusing on the wrong targets. I don't get. Yes, the Doomweavers. It would be nice to get them up here, but you know that there is a climb up spot, right? Like yes, before you went up into the stairs, there should be a climb up spot, I think. Trying to score a critical hit, but no one can actually use that critical hit. Because he's gonna recover, and he's gonna be standing up when it's the Dark Souls turn anyway. You have to watch out for the warp guards. Run. And don't run up. Watch out for the ambush. You don't want to run up the stairs here, you're gonna take even more damage then. Okay, so just leaving him there. Okay. Yeah, you can't get through, I'm sorry. That ambush was pretty good for Markuskein. Do you have any offensive spells you can do to try and power down? No. It's an idol. Idol is a good start. Okay, so we see here that the Dark Souls of Crowley is not stun resistant, 32% chance, and did fail that. So not that lucky. We're gonna see more. Ouch. Yeah, so far things are definitely in Markuskein's favor, I think. Especially since Markuskein is gonna have his second turn now too soon. I don't know why he's delaying. Is he hoping that he have actually killed the... Warp Guard? Seems very unlikely. We can do that twice. Gonna be suffering from a lot of burning bloods here. The secondary effect might do its own toll. Survive the stun resistance check here, 100% chance of doing that, so that was good. And there's some serious firepower here for Karond. Push through. Definitely do that. You see that there's a climb up point. You see it? Yeah, he starts noticing it. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I don't think Markuskein is aware of this, is he? I think this is actually a bit out of sight, and if he's not using the minimap either, he could get coming for a nice surprise here in the back. And let's use exhaustion, I don't know. Yeah, he wants to stay hidden. Would have been hidden anyway, but okay. That Warp Guard is really going to suffer. Unknown to you viewers here, Crowley has sent me a message that oh, I've never played on this map, I didn't even see the climb up point, but now I saw it and yeah. Where is this assassin? Is he down in the tunnels? No, he's not. I don't think he is. We haven't seen him yet so far. We saw him do the deployment, so we know he's an assassin. That's all we know. Still just 1-1 the score. I don't feel like losing out in the Magister might have been that big of a deal. He had order, he had weapon of destruction, but he was mostly intent on just buffing up his... both of his, all 5 of his Dark Souls, I mean. And they're not that... Oh yeah, we see the leader coming up here. He took this another route. Hello, here's the Doomweaver. So you took the long way around. I forgot to run out of time again and didn't get to use all of his red pills. Had a bit of luck with the charge though, hitting 38% chance. Gonna see some burning bloods going down on that assassin for sure. But that means that the climb up point cannot be used. It will be blocked now for the other Doomweaver of Crowley's. Not that he might not even want to go away from the position he is. He can finish off the Warp Guard himself if he is. Might go and save the Warp Guard. Just do your 2 attacks against the stunned Dark Soul and then get a free disengage and go somewhere else. The Idol of Change and Burning Blood combo seems to have gotten to Markuskein as well. He saw that idea and was, yeah, I'm gonna do that this time. And he is. See, the stunner check is 80% for the Doomweaver of Markuskein, so not quite as great as Crowley's. Oh, well, now is a good chance to do some damage. See if you can be lucky and score a critical hit and bypass all of that armor. Do not. But Negan is pretty hurt. Almost running out of time for Markuskein again. Can you enter into defensive stance? Oh. Let's manage to get to the parry. Yeah, you don't want to. No, you don't want to go there, Crowley. You cannot climb up. Oh, why, Crowley? Destination is obstructed. Yes, we know. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows. There's 30 wounds taken in excess, but it's the same thing that this character is doing. As well as what the Globadier of Markuskein would do. He will also taken 60 damage on his next turn. I probably shouldn't have killed him. He'll kill himself. What is the main target? Remember, this is the black skimmer that killed the Magister. Black target once more. What has he found? The stunned Dark Soul. Pretty good choice actually. Gonna finish him off, freeing up the Doomweaver. Taking a 2-1 lead. If we can tie down one of the Globadiers, that would have been great. Does he want to help finish off this Dark Soul? He's only attacked 3 times, so he should have 3 red pills remaining here. No success there. I think if Crowley is smart now with his Dark Soul, he's not attacking. Now it's up to the Warp Guard and the Black Skaven to do damage. He is going to Web of Steel and wait with his red pills. You saw that Markuskein did the exact same thing with that Warp Guard, and it ended up making sure that Crowley took all of the damage and Markuskein took 0 damage. And you want to achieve that when you're outnumbered too. Because when you're outnumbered, it's not about you attacking, because the enemy will attack you, otherwise they're just wasting 2 characters. So they need to attack you, and you can just exploit that. Go into a good stance and wait. You see another kill here, most likely. So 2 henchmen down for Crowley already. Does he find the Globadier up here? Now remember that one of the Globadiers was at the bottom level, completely exposed, yeah, and then you have this Globadier, yeah. I'm gonna take some damage now. And the last attack, gonna add up. Crowley is approaching his route threshold. And without the leader, one of the Globadiers or the Doomweaver has to take the route test, and it's certainly not going to be the Doomweavers, I think, because they can get a maximum leadership of 9 without any book of training. So they don't have too great of a chance. The Globadiers can get a bit higher, and it's probably one of them who has a decent leadership step. But we don't know that for sure. Remember that the Globadier had a pretty decent initiative. It might indicate he has spent some points on alertness, and then a few points of on intelligence, no doubt, to get knowledge Mordheim, and then you don't have too much left for leadership, so you might not see too great of a chance to pass a route this year for Crowley. Yeah, Dr. Strangelove here is not gonna just sit back now and wait, he needs to attack. And that's why Negan definitely needs to just go into Web of Steel and just sit there with his red belts. Miss. And another miss. That's good for Crowley. He needs to do some kills when it's his turn here to even out the numbers. As soon as you get a number advantage, you can just tie down the enemy, and then you have more options. It's 1 or 2 free characters to go from place to place and finish off a skirmish. Gonna go into the other warp guard here, no doubt. One that was carelessly just left in the open. That's a really good target to just tie down here. Especially with these really tanky warp guard henchmen that we see. Bit unusual to just see the normal backhander. Doesn't do quite as much. See a normal adrenaline rush here as well for another attack. Thing with I think there's a bit of a mismatch from Markuskein, I feel. Wow. He's hurting. You can see that he's really hurting. Hold this Wang, do you want to stay here or do you want to be gone from this place? Well, the mismatch for Markuskein is that we saw he had exhaustion, and he had the basic one, not the master one. And in basic one and the master one, they both take 30 damage. It's just I mean, you should always make space for the master one if you're gonna take it on a hero. As the normal one just doesn't really cut it. You get less efficiency out of that. And that's what Markuskein had. And it's the same thing with Black Hunger, because Black Hunger costs 30 wounds whether it's mastered or not. Yeah, this might not even want to pour anything into
A new
this,
round has started.
He's gonna die by himself. He's burning up, and he's gonna take 30 damage from Adrenaline Rush. But it's the same thing with Black Hunger then, so you take 30 damage regardless, but you get much more damage than dodge and parry bypass from the mastered version. See if you can actually disengage from this. Oh, an attracting lure is a good choice here. It's a really good choice. Yes, do the attracting lure. Check the leadership stat. Wow, 14. So that's not too good for you, but it's 56% chance to pass. You can still fail that. You can try it twice too. On average, you should fail one of them. Oh no, come on. I think that when he went in here, he might have disrupted the available disengage here. Try the disengage. Ah. So in the end, he ended up doing nothing. Can you do an attracting lure this time? 30 damage instead. If the Globadier now cannot disengage, that would be a pretty poor choice by Crowley. And I think he might have been able to disengage, and then the Dark Soul went in, blocking his path for disengaging. And well, stop attacking! Stop attacking into him. You're gonna take more damage. It's really unnecessary. Crowley showing a bit of inexperience here, quite a bit, and sad to see. You don't need attracting lure at this point. You want to tie them down. You can retreat from this if you want to. Or use an attracting lure on that guy. There's also an ability here. Use attracting lure. He doesn't have great leadership. There we go. Let's see what does he have actually. 36. Yeah, but that was a good shot at it. Like he had 36% chance to pass that. It was a bit lucky to pass it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's... Yeah, you can actually kill off this warp guard prematurely. Remember that he has 24 wounds and he's gonna take 30 from adrenaline rush and then burning, so he's already dead. Do you want to pour more stuff into him? I think that with the Doomweaver you should just delay until the warp guard dies and then do your turn. Yeah, you can disengage. Okay, that's good. That's good. Maybe you can help out and bring down one of these black Skavens. Okay, but what are you targeting? No! He's already dead! Stop this! Get a Doomweaver. The Doomweaver is easy to hit. It's really easy to hit. You can do quite a bit of damage on him. Vital shot. You can see it's not worth using it. If you had checked the actual stats, 16% chance. No, it's not worth using it. You want to get up to a really high chance if you want to do that. Don't do that attack. Just get some damage down on Doomweaver. See, that was completely wasted. 2 points of 2 blue points and 2 red pills. Gonna do a reload here. Gonna try another aim here, most likely. No, yeah. Wasted a lot of red pills for our characters already dead. This would only cost you a few blue pills for the delay here with Doomweaver, but no, that was not to be. Could do another Idol of Change here and just start spamming dangerous burning bloods onto this assassin. He doesn't have good magic resistance probably, since he has a helmet. Yeah, why not? Idol of Change. Come on, you can do it. I don't get this. Flare is gonna be perfect. Because it means that the assassin is not gonna hit anything. See, this is the problem with Crowley right now. He's being so inefficient. If it cast an Idol of Change, for example, his other spells with the Doomweaver would have gotten one... Oh yeah, that's true, actually, yeah. That's true. If he had cast Idol of Change here, he would have given 50% magic resistance to his enemy, so... Could have just delayed, that character was dead anyway. But just loved to go up here, and now he has wasted his turn because he can't do anything. He got overload. Too bad for this Doomweaver. If he just used delay here, the character would have died anyway, and he would have had 9 red pills left to do some damage with. That was not to be. Ritual of Defiance. Wow, you rarely see that, and it's not mastered. I'm gonna take a bit of burning damage here. Pretty cool to see. Yeah, why going to see, he's taking 30 more damage, and he took the damage as well from the burn here. It's gonna burn him for a turn as well, at least one more turn. What I don't like about this choice for Crowley is that who is going to attack the Doomweaver here? They're gonna that unit is gonna attack the Globadier, and if there's someone coming out to help in this fight, they're also going a way around and attacking the Globadier. The Globadier is the vulnerable target here. No one is gonna spend an attack on the Doomweaver. So wasting 30 more wounds to get into heal yourself. I don't like the strategy. It's just unnecessary spending of wounds. Do that when it's worth something instead. Healing up himself a bit here, good. I'm probably going into a nice dodge dance for the last seconds. Yeah. Oh, he has to heal himself, yeah, that's probably better. Surprised to see this Globadier actually has 3 consumables available. Because he starts with 2 strength. And this assassin, he's not looking too well. Markuskein might lose his leader too. With Flare, remember he's minus 35% chance to hit. And that really sucks for a character like this. You see he has a sword, which is an indication that this assassin is probably an assassin that focuses on doing critical hits. I know from previous experiences Markuskein loves having a character like that. Yeah, I don't know if that actually works. Because is it a magic effect to suffer from a curse? I think it's only applying to spells. With that you could, for example, get rid of Burning Blood if someone else goes and kills on you before it's your turn. Yeah, just doing 2 Burning Bloods here might be a good thing for Crowley. Definitely not do the Idol of Change. Not do the Idol of Change. It's not just the magic resistance you get against the spells. It's also that Burning Blood has this big weakness that it does initial damage, yes, and it multiplies by intelligence. But then it does debuff damage in the next turn, which is not modified by intelligence. It's less. It's very predictable damage. But if you target an enemy with that and they walk into the Idol of Change, then they actually lose the debuff. So the spell actually only does half damage to what it usually should do. Or at least it loses its secondary effect, making it far less useful. So while people always like combining Idol of Change with Burning Blood for cheap Burning Bloods, if the enemy can somehow get into the Idol of Change, it stops happening. Obviously the enemy that you cast it on is not gonna be able to run in there, because as soon as it's their turn they're gonna suffer a penalty and then they can run in. But that's why you don't want to start in an Idol of Change while casting it, because the debuff will never actually occur. Burning Blood, I think that Globadier is also very vulnerable to be tied down, maybe by this Doomweaver himself, unless he wants to stay here where he seems to be safe. Survive the 80% stun resistance check this time as well. So that's 20% chance to fail. It could happen. Probably going and tie down the Grenadier now. No, it's not. It wants to go into the fire damage. I can't believe that the Grenadiers of Crowley does not have secondary weapon slots. Like, imagine for example if this Grenadier had a secondary weapon slot. He could have switched to that, maybe done a bit of damage instead of healing everyone around him. Even so, just switching would have mean that he would have been counted as a melee unit, and if you have 2 melee units against one, that means you cast an all alone, but you don't do that if you have a ranged weapon up, and you don't count towards starting an all alone check. And since these warp guards have a helmet on, and we saw from the attracting lure earlier that they had a 36% chance of success, which means if we divide that by 4 we get 9, and that means that they have 9 leadership, and that's not too great. It's not fantastic. You could definitely fail some all alone tests by that. I'm gonna go down and go after the Grenadier here. Yeah. Black Hunger mastered, as it should be. Might see Negan here dying. You can notice that all of the units in Crowley's Robots seem to be named Negan. Gonna lose the Grenadier here. Gonna take -2 morale. -22 morale, I mean. Yep. Getting pretty close to being routed here, Crowley. Might be the last turn that Crowley gets to do something of note. See if he can manage to pull it off. He has killed so far a Grenadier here of Markuskein and a henchman, but he needs to do more because he has lost 2 henchmen, a Grenadier hero here himself, and his leader. So 1 henchman and 1 leader short now, and another henchman short. You can see 89 to 77, that means it's 12 difference. Anything now that's dying is gonna cause a route test for Crowley. Might that be the Grenadier? As I said, they will just walk around and go for the Grenadier. It was pointless to take exhaustion and get a master stance on that Doomweaver. No one cares about the Doomweaver when you have a very vulnerable Grenadier with no ability to go into melee to protect himself. Attacked a bit too fast there. I don't like when the players do that. Markuskein should be experienced enough with these things that he shouldn't try and do that. I'm gonna take quite a bit of damage on this black schemer now. See, that's mastered adrenaline rush. That seems to have been the switch Markuskein has. One of them has regular adrenaline rush and mastered black hunger, the other one has mastered adrenaline rush and regular black hunger. It would both have been better off with both of them being mastered and just lowering something else instead. Well, if your name is Negan, you're dying quite a bit in this game. Which unit do you want to tie down now? I think it still could be good to tie down the Dark Soul here. Remember that Doomweaver cannot get through if the Dark Soul is occupied, but he can definitely get through if he's not occupied. He's leaving here for some greener pasture. Yeah, just go into the Dark Soul, block up the path again. It's gonna annoy the Doomweaver that's behind him. And I don't think Crowley will be sensible enough to use attracting lure to get the rat away anyway, so... Not ambush, charge in. Or walk around and into it, around the fire here. Yeah, good. Good choice by Markuskein, I think. Making sure that the Doomweaver is still going to be stuck here. No, wait. I'm sorry, yeah, the Doomweaver already got up. He already went through there. But at least he's using his superiority in numbers to tie down all of the units of Crowley, which means that every unit that he gets to start his turn with is already in combat somewhere. And that leaves him less options of reinforcing and supporting anything on the battlefield. Remember that this Globadier, the last Globadier, is the one with a good leadership for Crowley. And if there is 9 leadership in the maximum amount for the Doomweavers here, they are not gonna have a good time. They're gonna have 36% chance to succeed at the route test, and we're gonna see
Your
that.
warband morale is critically low.
36% chance at best to survive here.
A new round has
And they
started.
failed. So Markuskein has won this game. Congratulations to him. Was a pretty nice game, 6-2, and we'll see what they do when they come up in their next games. As you can see, Markuskein won 6-2 over Crowley, making it Markuskein against Slaymore in the winner's game here for the next game of Group D. And meanwhile, we will see Solfair take on against Crowley, and whoever loses that game is out of the tournament, so it's really important that they do win. I hope you had an interesting game and that you liked the game that we saw. We are going to be back for more games pretty soon, and hopefully we get to cast Crowley, Markuskein and all of the others in Group D once more and follow them into the playoffs. But for now, thank you for watching, and see you next game. Bye bye.